Welcome to the next video in our Teaching with Lumen 1 Quick Start series. And today's video is all about assessing student learning and how grades work on Lumen 1. So you may have noticed when you brought Lumen 1 into your learning management system that there are 2 grades for every module or chapter, a study plan and a quiz. The study plan is all about graded participation. Points are given for completion of the readiness check and the self-check within the module. The quiz is that summative assessment inside each study plan. Students have multiple attempts, and the highest score is recorded in the gradebook. So let's take these one by one. The study plan, as I mentioned, is about graded participation. This is an example study plan about data types and organization. Points are awarded within the study plan for completing the readiness check and the self-check. These assessments are not graded based on whether or not students got them right, but whether or not they completed them. Students will know if they completed them by looking inside the study plan. If there's a gray to do, it means it hasn't been taken. If there's a green done, it means they have completed it. And students can take these assessments as many times as they'd like. It doesn't change their grade, it doesn't change their score, but they will get points for the first successful completion. And as I mentioned, it's important to know that points are given based on completion and not proficiency. So if a student needs review, but they've completed the self-check, they still get those points. For students to get 100% of their study plan points, they must complete every assessment. In other words, each assessment within the study plan counts as a percentage of their overall study plan participation. You can understand how study plan participation is going inside your Faculty Engagement Center. One of the most common questions we hear from students is, hey, I've done everything in the study plan, why didn't I get the points? So for that, you can head into your Engagement Center and click Get to Know Your Students at the top. This will take you to the student list. Click Student Performance and choose a module. There, you'll be able to see if students have completed the readiness check and how many self-checks they've completed. It's an easy way to be able to follow up with students and say, hey, you need to complete 2 more self-checks before you're gonna get the points for this module. Now let's talk about the quiz. As I mentioned, the quiz is the summative assessment inside each module. It's defaulted to have 2 attempts, although you can add more in your Faculty Engagement Center. Students can always see their quiz results inside the study plan. So here, you'll see this student has completed 1 attempt and gotten a 70%. Their second attempt shows as unsubmitted. This likely means that they started the quiz but didn't complete it. They might have launched it and decided they weren't ready. They might have accidentally closed the window. It'll show as unsubmitted if it hasn't been successfully completed. And in this example, this student has a 3rd attempt. You can give students additional attempts inside the Engagement Center, and that blue button just means that the quiz is ready to be taken. Only the student's highest score will be included in the gradebook, and you can learn more about how they're doing on the quiz inside your Engagement Center. So we're gonna hop back into the Engagement Center again, and we'll go back to that student list, which you'll find by clicking Get to Know Your Students. Again, I'm gonna go to Student Performance and select a module. Now you'll notice that you can see the highest quiz score for students inside the table. And if I click on Greg's score, I can see his actual quiz results. This will tell me what are the questions that he saw on the quiz, how did he answer them, and how did the system grade them. It's a great tool if you're sitting down to talk to a student one-to-one about their performance. You can know more about your overall class performance inside the module highlights section inside your course. Here you can review class level trends. You can understand for each learning outcome how many students are proficient, how many need review, and how many have not yet been assessed. This will help you get a quick snapshot of which outcomes students are struggling with and help you identify which students you might need to reach out to for additional support. So how do you make the most of this? Like I said, students ask a lot of questions about study plan grading. We have a resource called Anatomy of a Study Plan inside their Lumen course materials. They can find it at the link that's called Students how to use Lumen course materials. Encourage them to review it. Share that information with them if they have questions about their study plan grade. You can also use that student list inside your Faculty Engagement Center to troubleshoot their grades and help review their progress. And you can leverage module highlights to adjust your lectures or offer follow-up supports, reaching out to the students who might be most in need of additional support or materials. For now, thank you for watching, and thank you for teaching with Lumen One.